Namaste, beautiful family. How are you doing today? Welcome to Learning in Silence with your girl Mandy and Juju Divine Empress. This is season one, episode three, and we are so excited. What's up, Juju? How you doing?
I'm excited. I'm pumped. Woo!
How's your week been going?
It's been going good. It's been going good. I'm
Are you ready for today?
I can't complain. I can't complain. I've been having my vacation without my
Oh,
kids, but I
have
miss
you?
them. I miss them.
Oh, shout out to you, babies. They're in camp, right? It's summertime.
Yeah, but they're coming Friday. They're coming Fridays. I'm happy.
And I'm so excited for that. Oh my goodness. So I'm excited for today's topic. Today's topic is, are we allowed to be human?
Ooh,
Juju, have
are
you ever
we?
thought about just what does it mean to be a human being?
Hmm. I haven't. Not until recently. To be honest, not until recently. But
Mm,
it's something to think about.
it is.
It's something that tickles your in of your brain, the inside of your brains.
And in the audience, we want to know too from you guys in the comments, what do you think it means to be a human to you? We want to know different perspective as well. So, after we take a short break, guys, we are going to get into today's topic. But until then, let us know are you allowed to be human to you?
Ooh, okay.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Hope your day has been filled with calmness, peace, and much, much gratitude. Welcome back to Learning in Silence. Again with your host, Juju and Mandy. Okay, so Mandy, you had a question for me, which was juicy.
Mhm.
Woo! What is being human for me? Was
Mm,
that the question, right?
yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so the first thing that pops into my head is freedom.
Okay, that's interesting. Can you
Okay.
explain that? Why did your mind like take you there?
Well, there's no hiding that I have mentioned throughout what I've gone through in my childhood, or a glimpse of what I have went through in my childhood. So it that was always a question that I always ask myself, is like, I'm just a human, like I'm just this girl. I'm just a human. Why is all this thing happening to me? So getting out of it is achieving freedom for me. So by feeling human again is feeling freedom.
Mm, I like that. Oh, look at Brit Brit. Let's say hi to Brit Brit real quick before I get into
Hey,
it. Oh my goodness.
Ray.
Hey, hey, beautiful souls. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's like pre Friday, right? Like, I cannot wait for the weekend. All right. Well, are we allowed to be human? Even being human, what does that mean? For me, being human always meant something more than just like my skin or just me being here, or like I always felt like there was like a higher purpose. And I thought everybody had that higher purpose. I thought being a human being was like being a superhero. You know what I mean? Um, we get to do things that no other being can do, not even animals. Like, if you didn't know, us being humans, we've derived from fish. A lot of people don't know that. In doing the research for this episode, we actually came across that, and I came across some interesting meanings of what is a human being. Are we allowed to be human beings? And, even though I will say this before I do get into it, we are in no way, shape, or form political. It's all opinions. We give our feelings about it, and we just want to give a different perspective because people do have questions like this every day, and it's okay to ask them. Even my children ask me sometimes, and the biggest inspiration are children to me and animals. So
Yes.
when I was looking up, are we allowed to be human? I typed that in. I did. I was like, let's see where it takes me. That's how I learned about the fish. And it said something interesting. It said, we are conditioned to belong to just ability, to every person. And every person is born with human right. It's an inherited right, basically. We inherit it when we're born. Just like, I guess you want to say, not to be religious, but like the original sin.
Okay.
And being human beings, we're supposed to be able to all coexist on this earth, basically, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, language, religion, and a person of any stature or nature. Now, with that being said, that was also included, like in a small little part, like fine print. It was also included that we have the right to life, liberty, freedom from slavery, torture, freedom for our opinions and expressions, what we do here on our show, and right to work hard, and education, and many more that fall underneath the umbrella of human being, human rights, whatever that means to you. You know,
I would like to throw
and
in there the right to love and the right to believe.
amen. I did not read that anywhere. I didn't. Anyone I asked their opinion of this topic, right? Because we go back and forth. We play with the topic. Um. Oh, look, divine DNA in the house.
Yes.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday Eve. See, I'm telling you, I'm already in the weekend. But we're supposed to all live without hate and discrimination too. So
Yes.
I started thinking, we have to teach that. Like I know people are like, yeah, it's taught, we try to teach it, it's around us, it's everywhere. No, we really need to learn what it means. Because how can we teach something we really don't understand? Because scientists don't even know how the worlds began. They know how Earth began. They know how the universe began. They know how far it could go and how wide it can stretch, and that the world is not like the universe is not round, it's flat, but they know there's still something beyond that we will never discover. And they call that the darkness, which is interesting because in healing, right, Juju? Haven't we been
Okay.
talking like about the darkness and the dark side?
Yes, whereas dark side means for a lot of people it means something bad, and for other people it means, just a new beginning. For me, it means working on my shadow work.
Ooh, shadow work. What's that?
Shadow work. I'm just Well, I don't really know the exact term, so don't quote me on this, but I just it's just the way that I've been working. Thanks to you, I've been working on my, the things that I have. I don't want to say wrong, but things that I have to work on within myself. From my past, from my present, from everything. Things that I gotta actually work on, and I consider that shadow work.
Okay. So that's like being a part of a human being. Are we allowed to be a human being? Sometimes people don't even allow us to think, right?
True.
Some
Yeah.
people don't even want our character to come out because they're scared of it. And
Hey,
they
Raquel.
Hey, Rocky! Namaste, Grand Rising, everyone. If you are just tuning in, we are asking everyone their opinions too on are we allowed to be humans and what is being a human being to you mean? We want you to write it down in the comments and interact, whether you're watching right now or you're watching the playback. We would still love to hear your feedback.
And it's not just being a human with just with a specific topic. It could be just being a human in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can it goes with, can I be a human as a mother? Can I be a human as a father? Can I be a human as a friend?
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then can I be a human as a woman or as a man? It falls under everything. So where do you think that falls on in your life? Where you feel that, can I be a can I be I was just about to curse. Can I be a human? Am I allowed to be a human? Like, I can't take this no more. I'm done. I'm enough. I had enough. Type of thing.
Right. Right. Because we have limits. Everything I have been studying thus far, everything I have encountered, all religions, the universe, even people that study rocks, let me tell you, they all talk about one in particular thing we all carry besides the DNA and all that technical stuff that we need to survive as a human species. Energy.
Energy flows all around us,
Energy is
everywhere.
everything we do. The way we think, the way we move, the way we touch, the way we love, the way we hate, the way we even think about ourselves sometimes and our futures or even our past. The darkness is everywhere around us. Even when we're being born. I saw a video that a baby was still born in the sack, basically. Like the sack did not break. It was still like it was breathing in water.
Wow.
It was the most beautiful thing I ever seen because I felt like for me in that moment, that was being a human being. Like in our natural habitat of water and just being and feeling like our mother and just feeling whoever used to talk to us and touch us, you know what I mean? Like, and to even be outside of our mother and still being able to breathe like that through water and you would see the water bubbles. I felt like for me that was like her hopes and her dreams. So there again we go back to our breathing. Our breathing is also our energy. Because if we're excited, we're breathing hard. We're mad, we're breathing hard. You know, when we cry, it's also shutting our bodies down. So being a human being is all about energy and I want to say emotion.
That is true, because I also read a passage that, um, in my writing that I'm doing, that it said that even when you are on the road and you just, get upset because of somebody cutting you off, or because that clerk is so tired that is treating you a certain way, that's just energy back and forth that, yeah, are exposing to each other. That's
Right. It's like an energy exchange, right?
that's actually, like, awesome that you just
Because
mentioned that.
even when I was again, I was watching something on Netflix and it was showing something about our solar system and the sun and the sun is a star, but there are so many like little stars around it that we can't even see with our eyes that have planets that they move when the planet rotates around them. And when it has more than one planet, the star is like moving back and forth. So I started thinking, my energy, when I have to do this and when I have to do that, and when this person is pulling me, and when I'm letting this person pull me, and when I'm pulling myself, when does that star just get to be a star? When does that planet just get to relax? It never does. It just learns to coexist and it learns to work as one so that everything basically has a rotation, it has its own plan, and just like a comet, we always go off course. And that could be detrimental to our future in so many ways. One wrong decision and that's it. So being a human being is being conscious too.
But it could be where you could make that one right decision and you're set for life.
Amen. Amen. That's true. And it's so sad. I want to hear more stories like that, you know? I would love to see more people want to be conscious of themselves, good or bad. You know what I mean? The world is full of, I've learned that too, again, with being a human being. It's duality. It's about both. Both could coexist, both could live together. It's about how you exchange that energy. How do you want to be a human being? And what does a human being mean to you?
Well, Brit just answered your question. I believe I'm not human. To me, is flesh living on earth with a bunch of emotions. Brit.
You know, I know, and it's funny because they said that too. I've asked somebody that, and they said it was physical for them, and I was like, being a human being is physical. That's interesting. Okay, why? And because everything we do, it has to be because we hold it, or because we see it, or because we feel it. Why we can't just have faith in it?
I was just gonna say because being a human is also the the feeling of feeling free.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I know I have mentioned freedom, but it's kind of like feeling free to be okay in your home, maybe like to feeling safe. There you go.
Your own
The
safe
feeling of
space.
feeling safe in your own
Mm-hmm.
home or anywhere else where you go to at the same, at the same, that's freedom. Something that you could be able to walk everywhere, drive anywhere, be anywhere, and you don't have to have that sense of something is going to happen, a bullet is going to hit me, I'm going to get robbed, somebody's going to come and hurt me, somebody's going to kidnap me or kidnap one of my kids, things like that. That's for me freedom as well.
Right.
It's actually being human.
And when I think about being free and being a human, I think of, and this is just me again, those who know me know I go deep. And maybe sometimes too much, but I always mean well. Like, for me, being a human is just so much more. Like, I see the beauty beneath our skin, beneath our understanding, even beneath what even doctors, scientists, teachers even know themselves. You know what I mean? They don't really know. They're just doing what we do, being curious and wanting to know and understand. They don't even understand us. Do they understand how our bodies function? Completely, 100%. Yes, they do. But do they understand what it's like to be us? No, no one will ever understand that part. No one will ever understand that we have to live this life. Alone doesn't mean by yourself. Alone means being one with yourself, if that makes sense to anyone. You have to, w- when people say we're born alone, you're not. You still need someone to bring you here. Whether that person was good to you or not, or, whatever the circumstance, you were brought here. You were able to breathe life. Not every child gets that. Not every person gets to be a mother, and not every person gets that privilege to be a human being. So for me, that's why it's so much more than being physical, because it was a choice for us to be here. We didn't choose it, but something higher than us said this world needed you, and energy, Raquel, with her energy. Raquel's big on that energy.
Okay,
Yes,
so
honey.
what what can you associate this topic with what's going on in the world right now?
Ooh, so many things. Social media alone is a energy all on its own, honey. I feel it as soon as I pick up my phone. My phone is heavy. My phone is heavy. And it's not just all the pictures I got because I love taking pictures. It's because of all the other human beings that are in that phone that are talking about things, and sometimes things that mean a lot to other people. Like, let's say the Roe versus Wade, the abortion stuff. I'm not political. I do
Me
not
neither.
vote. I do not vote. So I will
Me
never
neither.
tell somebody to go vote. I will never tell somebody to. I'm pro-choice. It's your body. You do what you think is best for you in your life. Because at the same time, there's certain circumstances that people fall under that some of us don't understand or will never get to live that, and maybe sometimes thank God. You know what I mean? And now that things of those nature are even put into existence, making people feel less than a human, less than a woman, less than a mother, less than, now you don't want to, like, in certain stances, like being, raped. You sometimes people are left with that. They don't want to be left with that. They want to move on. Some people do want to be left with it, and that's how they move on. But again, pro-choice. You do what's best for you in the most healthiest way, and you always make sure that you are in tune with yourself. You're in tune with your mind and your heart, and you're in tune with your choice that you're making. And it's besides just abortion. It's even my LGBT people. Those, to me, those are the best human beings in the world. Let me just tell you. The most understanding, the most giving, the most loving, the most wanting to just live life and being free,
Yes.
being
Freedom is a
themselves.
big, big, big plus.
Even if it's not for me, it's still something I want to understand, because you matter too. Why did the higher power put you here then? He, he doesn't make no mistakes, let me tell you. He doesn't. None of what you believe in makes any mistakes because you're not a mistake. And it starts from little. Again, we could teach our children about energy and the energy that we give them and they give back. I'm not saying don't, again, I've always said this, I'm not saying don't have your moments because we are human, but keep it in mind that you are. And you don't have to take the pressure off of yourself sometimes of that hustle and bustle of, I got to get it done, I got to get it done, I got to get it done. No, you don't. It will get done, yes, but
Eventually.
give yourself, yeah, give you some grace. Give you time, like, give yourself some grace. Look around you. Maybe you'll see things you didn't see before because when you start really paying attention about being a human being and just even reading something, sometimes you're like, wow, I never saw it like that. And you wish you would have.
It's true because I was raised that you always got to have your house clean, sparkling clean, 24/7. You can slack on that. If there's nothing else to do, then you got to clean. You got to clean because there's a lot to clean. There's lots to clean, and that's how I was raised. But now that I have the liberty to actually see myself outside the box, in a sense, within this healing journey, is kind of like seeing yourself outside the box. You see things differently. You be like, I don't need to have my dishes clean as soon as I wash them. I could wash them in half an hour. or maybe tomorrow. I don't have to have everything super clean. The laundry doesn't have to be done on a daily basis. There's nowhere that they say that somebody's hamper is completely empty unless they have like they're super rich. That's the only way they're super rich, and even then I believe that's
You're
you
still wearing
always have your
something.
hamper filled with stuff.
You're still wearing something. The kids spilled something. You dirtied the towel. Like it's all gonna keep happening. You know what I mean? And again, it's the way we're conditioned. Because just like you, Juju, every Saturday, honey, when I heard freestyle at 7 a.m., I knew I had to go get the pledge with the little rag and go with the coffee table and start because that was our indication. Get up, it's time to clean.
But that goes where the topic is: are we even human? Can we even be able to be human and just be able to sit and enjoy life and read a book if you want to be read, go down to a park if you want to go down to the park, take a
Mhm.
walk, take your dogs out for a walk. Like,
Mhm.
you don't have to always have everything on a plan or everything. I'm a planner. I like things to be organized.
I
I
learned
like
to
to be
be.
organized,
I
but
learned to be.
I'm learning how to let things flow as well, because not everything has to be right there
Right.
all the time. And that is
Right.
something that definitely I will bring awareness to a lot of people. Like, things does not have to be okay. And if your house is messy one day, tell some and somebody says something, then be like, "Shh, I'm a human. We all
Right.
I'm
Hashtag
human.
I'm a human.
I'm a human."
Hashtag I'm a human because we put pressure on ourselves and that just creates more anxiety on top of being a parent or just being us working, go having to do groceries sometimes is even like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my I start to question like other humans, like, do you even breathe? Like, right. And OCD also does derive from like like an anxiety disorder too sometimes, like your nerves, like you always it's a mind thing. Your mind is so jumbled sometimes that it feels like, because I get like that to a default sometimes where like I was raised like that, like everything has to be like that because if it's not like that then it's not right. Why is it not right? Why can't it just sit right here? And even if it's not the way you want it to be, it's okay right here for a minute.
Yep.
You know, it takes time. It takes time. It takes practice.
Yeah, I
Think,
believe OCD can be cured. I believe that. It's just a matter
yeah,
of
digging deep. That's it.
it's just a matter of working within yourself, and checking
Yeah,
what is triggers you, like, just like you have mentioned, the fact that you always have to have everything perfect. It what derives you, like, to become OCD, and the fact that your life in the background is so chaotic that you become OCD because that's the only thing that you are able to control.
I learned that. Yep,
It's
I
you
learned
you're
that.
you you're that's something that you could control. You could control your cleaning, you could control how clean you want things,
Right.
how dirty you not want it and stuff. Like, that's something that you could control, but everything else is too much chaotic for you, so you derive to OCD. That is something that I have learned.
Yes, that's just to say like, and I started saying that's when I started to say I'm human. I'm human. I'm human. I just have OCD. I'm human. I have PTSD. I'm human. No, being human would be addressing that I'm not okay.
Yes, that is true. Showing that vulnerable, learning how to show that
Mhm.
vulnerability, it's being human. There's something that I learned, that it was a phrase that I think I learned yesterday. It said humanity should
Mhm.
be our race, love should be our religion.
I love that. Ooh, that just I got goosies. I love that. Oh my goodness.
But
Well,
being a human, it also calls as, being vulnerable with your feelings and how you are and how you feel, even if you're like, let's say for instance, you're a Walmart, Target, or one of those stores that anybody goes, I don't care
oh my
the name
god.
of it, but
My
You know
anxiety
how
goes,
sometimes you're just like this with a car and you're angry and you're like, this guy just cut me off and I'm trying to be on my healing journey. I don't want to say anything. You know, you're just in your feeling. You ain't bothering nobody. And then somebody just comes up and be like, why you got to have that face? Because I'm human.
I don't say that.
Because
I'd be
I'm
like, why are
allowed
you paying
to.
attention to me? There's so many other things in this world you
Because
could be
I'm human.
learning. Why you want to learn me? I'm on YouTube. You could watch.
It's
That's
just,
changing the energy, though. You're
but
making it a joke. You know what I mean? Instead of it being tense. Because I know what you're saying. Like, I used to get like that. Like, I was very vicious. But again, it's what you're saying. What was going on in the background? You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't deal with that. So it was coming out in other ways. So that's when I would be like, oh, you're not talking to me like that. And who you think you are? And why you looking at me? Just stop looking at me.
But what I
But,
wanted to get to the point was that I wanted to people to, to the part of if we're allowed to be humans is kind of like we're allowed to even show our feelings even in public. I'm not saying be all
mm,
rowdy, be or you
mm,
know breaking the law or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
right.
is that you are allowed to show your emotions, and I feel like a lot of us human beings should know that we are humans, and every single human goes through emotions, up and down, sideways, whatever way. And when
Mhm.
you come upon somebody, instead of snapping at them or talking to them in a certain way, come up to them and offer some help. Is that okay? Are you okay? Do you
Right.
need any help?
Mhm.
Do you need to
Are
talk
you
to a
having a
plug?
bad day? You must be
Um,
having a bad day.
correct. Because sometimes people just have a bad day, and then after
Mhm.
a tired, bad day, they have to go and buy some milk and eggs for the kids for the next day in the morning and stuff like that. And, they're all angry like this. And, it becomes a confrontation because other people don't know that we are allowed to be humans and we're allowed to express our
The
feelings. And we're
judgment
not,
comes in. Mhm.
hey, there you go. And that's something
Mhm.
that I also wanted to say is kind of like being a human is being free of judgment and discrimination.
So can I ask you a question on your opinion, right? Because
Sure.
um exactly what you said is exactly what I have read, the freedom and right to life, liberty, and that. But
Discrimination.
mhm. Why do you believe that someone thinks they have the right to be that way? Like be that kind of human in your words.
Why do I think that they have the right
Even though it says in even human rights, no discrimination. You know what I mean? Like these things are not allowed. Do you think that's just like what I'm trying to say, I guess, is do you believe that's like a safety net for people? Or do you believe people are just really like this? Like I want to know why people like because is that being human?
to be
Because
honest, I don't really know nothing about too much about politics or anything like that.
right.
But I know that everything falls under race. Everything is pretty much falls under race. And in a sense, I feel like all these rules and regulations that they have put upon us human beings, is to divide that human race because they want to make sure that a certain human race doesn't get extinct, doesn't something happen to it, or for things that those are the things. So few things that I have read, and I feel like it's my opinion in a sense in some stuff.
I
What does
feel
it feel
like
for you?
it's complicated. I guess that's a part of my purpose and I'm learning that. You know what I mean? Like coexisting with it because um it affects everybody, even children. Like even my children were are put in certain scenarios because they are not they're minority because they're Spanish. You know what I mean? They're colored because they're Spanish, but they're not white, and they get confused because they're like, "Mom, like." What am I? If I say this, somebody gets offended. If I say this, somebody gets offended. And I don't mean it like that. I just being a human, being a kid. You know what I mean? Like it was to a point where I guess one of my children were like saying, "Oh, this color's not necessary for this project," and that person was like, "Really?" When he didn't mean it like that. It's just like I guess miscommunication. A lot of that.
Yeah, it could be.
A
But
lot of miscommunication.
again, it's all about how you raise your kids. It's all about what are you teaching your kids as well. Because your kid didn't have the intent to say anything wrong by saying that this color shouldn't be there. So why would the other child feel a certain way?
Right. For me, I felt like that was like that kind of thought process was placed on that other child.
That's what I'm trying to say. So in order
Mm,
for them to feel a certain way, that means that that thought process has already, like you said, been put on you. So you have been taught that. So that's how you feel a certain way.
mm. That's why I think it's very important to talk to your kids. Like this, things like this, like that we think that a child won't understand, maybe not 100%. No, they won't understand because they haven't walked this earth as long as you and I have, or as long as our elders have, or, anyone else above that. But talking to them, guiding them through it, like just listening. No, you may not agree with everything, but then again, that's our right to freedom and live and liberty and speech and all of that greatness. Just teach them to be their own person. Teach yourself to be your own person, your own human being, because that's what matters. You matter. Your energy matters. And when you develop your own energy and you learn the power of being a human being and the power that you possess in the change that can happen on this earth, even if it's planting a seed, it's still being a human being because you're grounding, right? You're putting love into something, you're putting energy into something, you're trying to manifest something. It's all about alignment as well.
That is true. But I also want to add where we should teach our children that, we are all equal. We are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what skin color do you have or what color hair do you have, or if you
Amen.
have hair or you don't have hair, or if your eyes are small or your ears are big, or your mouth, your lips are big or small. It, you got ass or you don't, you got breasts or you don't. Like, it doesn't really matter. We are all human beings. We all came from the creator universe. We are here for a purpose, and we all should be treated equal and have equal rights, equal love, equal everything. There shouldn't be no pickering. There shouldn't be no this race. Guess what? There shouldn't. My opinion, again, they should just take away the race, take away race, take away the religion, take away take away money, and see how our world and our universe starts shifting and just shifting around and letting people be human beings. And I feel like that a lot of it played in the pandemic. And the pandemic helped played a lot in when it came
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of people feeling if they need to, if they want to, and if they feel human. And a lot of them went with a choice.
That's some deep stuff. But I think we should take a little break.
Yes, we should.
Let's process a little bit our feelings and our energy and our emotions and get hydrated and sip on whatever you sipping on. And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back. Um, Welcome back to Learning in Silence with your host, Juju Divine Empress, and my host, Mandy. Where you went?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The commercial was so good. I was stuck.
Okay, okay.
But shout out to the Breakthrough Show. I love the Breakthrough Show Network. It has given me such joy, and working with you, Juju, oh my goodness, has brought me such joy. And I'm glad we get to do these topics because we talk about this personally, and we just be like, "Ooh, I think like it just starts with a thought, right?"
Yeah, it does. I sometimes I just feel like I don't know if I'm able to say things to say the same way that we say it offline. We could say it on online type of thing. So that is something
No, we
that,
got to keep it PG. We got to keep it
yeah.
PG for the family. For the
let's,
family.
let's go to the segment. Let's go to your segment.
Woo-hoo. So this is new on our show. It's our small business shout out, and we want to shout out all our friends that have small businesses and who we love, and we would like you guys to go follow these lovely divine souls: Lady Rock, D's, Queen B, myself, Ugly Pretty Chick, and our girl Go Divas Jewelry Boutique. You guys can find them all on IG. Go shop and hey, mention our names. You never know what you might get.
Ooh. And don't forget, Nail Beauty by Brittany. Okay,
Ooh, we
okay.
can't forget our
10%
girl.
off if you use the code Juju. Never forget it. I should have put her commercial. But anyways,
I am so sad. And we have what do we have coming up for the rest of the
we have
week?
coming up, it's the Breakthrough Show tomorrow at 12 Central. And let me see if I'm saying this right. Natsuyo from Japan. She will be
We're going to Japan?
discussing with a name, Natsujo from Japan. It was a longer name, and I am sorry, Natsujo, if you will ever cross this. But your name was too long. I could not say it. I couldn't say it. I tried. I practiced. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
It's okay. You said it with love. You tried.
I did. But slow. But don't forget about spirit sessions on Sundays at 11 Central.
They are
Awesome
awesome.
topics. Awesome topics.
Mhm.
Divine DNA, True Love Couple on Wednesdays at 6
Yeah.
Central. And Project Toy
It should be
every
coming
day
back
on
soon.
a daily. She will be coming back on the 18th. So bear with us. Bear with us. We miss her. We miss her,
Yes.
but bear with us.
Make
She'll
sure
be
you
back.
guys tune in and watch all our playbacks and the playbacks of our fellow co-hosts who have great
Yes.
shows as well.
Yes, 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 yes. Um, there's so much more other shows. Freedom Starts Now, Rewriting
Yes.
Reality.
Oh, awesome
Um,
show.
I just know that there's a few other Throwback Thursday, my way. There's so many shows I keep count. I don't know all the
So
time,
make
but
sure you guys like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody. You could
tell your
also
sister, tell your
chat with
brother,
us.
tell your mom.
Right. You could tell anybody you want to. Tell the cat, tell the dog. They like to You could also chat with us guys on Discord by joining our Discord server on the friends
Yes.
chat to meet us and past guests and hosts from the Breakthrough Show Network. And don't forget to talk to us. Hello. Learning in
And
Silence
then don't
is
forget, Learning in
now.
Silence. It's always the second and the fourth Thursday of the month at 12 Eastern. So do not forget it. And like my host said, do not forget about us. Okay? Do not
You
forget
can't
about
forget
us.
about your
But
host.
you can.
We do have our separate YouTubes, guys, which are scrolling down on your screen, and you can keep up with us there. And in Learning in Silence is attached to both of our YouTubes.
Yes.
You can follow us on IG as well. We are content creators as well, and you can show us love there as well. We love, and we love you guys. And thank you so much for coming every second and fourth Thursday to join me and Juju in the comments, on live, joining on the hard topics, crying with us, laughing with us. We appreciate you guys so much. You are
We
such a
do.
beautiful human being,
We do.
Juju. And I love you so much. And I love
I
all
love
of
you,
you.
girl.
Rocky, I'm about to say Juju again. Britt, Jessica, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson, Deej, Queen B, and ev- my hubby, everybody that is involved with Learning in Silence and supporting us on a daily. We want to thank you so much for your gratitude and your comments and your words of love. We appreciate you every day. And what's next, Juju? Ready for a commercial?
That no, that's it. We should say our goodbyes.
All right,
Our
guys. It
goodbyes.
is Friday Eve. We hope you have a great Friday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we will see you in 2 weeks, right? For
2
episode.
weeks on the 28th. Yeah.
Have an amazing day, guys. And remember, wait a second, to always put love back into your heart, back into your speech, and back into your mind. And remember, you're a human being and it's okay.
And
Anything you
as
want to
well,
say?
always remember as well to breathe in and breathe out. And that's how you truly begin the process of learning in silence. Until next time.